Shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all the honors, praises, glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Mahavakak Fadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahawashi, in who I reverence. And honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit. And to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, the very few brothers and sisters listening. And also listening and learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. Tawali Yahawashi, for another day, man. Every day is a blessing, man. Every day is a blessing to be able to teach His word. Okay. Alright, this ain't gonna be a whole walk and talk. We're gonna look for a spot to set up, because I want to bring out these scriptures. So let's find a spot where the paparazzi and these predators ain't there, or they can't get in our way. And speaking of that, bro, I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't aware of, say if you have something, right? Anything, it could be anything, energy, anything. And there's like 1,000 people walking past you, trying to grab that thing that you have, right? That's like 1,050 or 50 people trying to get all up into your energy. That's not good, man. That is not good. So from now on, we're only going to go out and teach might do it a day or two out on the streets. And for the rest of the time, you got to protect that, man. Protect your energy, man. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, we have something nice, and you're just letting people come around you and steal that. Right? Remember what Matthew 6:9 says? At 19. If your eye be single, your whole body shall be full of light, man. But if your eye be evil, your whole body shall be full of darkness. That can happen through distractions. That can happen by you being not focused. Okay? On the main thing. Bro, you don't let people just do that, bro. What's the word? Encroach, is that the right word? Encroach on you. Don't let people encroach on what you're doing. You know what I mean? You just let them come at you, bro. You don't have that, bro. You set healthy boundaries. That's what we're supposed to be doing. You set them boundaries, man, and you teach this word. You don't just let anyone come up in your space. Right, Hedy, they got the honey pots now. So you don't just let anyone come up in your space, man. You know what I mean? Brothers got to protect that, bro. We got to protect our energy out here, man. Everybody's trying to feed on it. I got good energy, right? Yeah. I can feel my energy. So we got to protect that. All right? At all times. Okay? All right, brothers, this is heavy. This is heavy. Now, serious, all jokes aside, you got to be serious about this, man, and protect what you have. And I'm looking for a spot, by the way. I'm looking for a nice spot. Let's go this way. Remember these people, they have to do what they're doing. You see that, right? Another thing, in terms of witchcraft, enchantments, listen, if you were under some witchcraft, you would have been under control a long time ago. That's rubbish. Now, there is enchantments, there is witchcraft. When you pray, when you fast, when you dedicate your time to Yahawashi, all that lifts off you. They don't have that same access. Even if you're being monitored, which I'm dealing with a whole lot of monitoring spirits. Psalms 35. And I forgot what verse it is. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. So you're also going to have, you're going to have wicked people watching us, seek us to slay us. But that's why prayer and fasting is so important. right? So you have to fast, you have to pray. Because when you do that, then the Lord removes the access that they have to you. If you're not praying, if you're not fasting, I'm talking about you going it days on ends without doing that, then your defenses are down and you're more liable to get attacked. Here's more of them now. But that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. And get used to this, because by the looks of things, it ain't going to change anytime soon. Well, you know, we shouldn't be like that. We should be like, it is going to change. Right? This is, it's a fiery trial. Right? And the elect are being tested as well. Let me pan the camera. Right? And the elect are being tested. So we're all being tested. We're all being tried. It's quite sad, isn't it? What these people do. It's sad, isn't it? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah? See? Yeah, bro. This is what I deal with, innit? This is what I deal with, but don't fall for it. It's all mental games. It's demons using people, jumping in people. They're slaves. When you don't worship Yahawashi, when Yahawashi ain't on your mind 24/7, then who else is on your mind? Satan. They're doing the devil's work. Their whole thing is to get in your head and mess with your mental state. That's not, listen, that's not working, man. It's not working, bro. That's their whole job, to get into your mental state, to mess up your whole energy and protect your mental capacity. Remember, I posted that video, right? Protect your mental capacity. Don't let no one get up in your... You shouldn't let nothing, no one get up in your mind. Nothing, nobody, right? Because you're the one that has control over your mind. You're the one that has control over that. So you have to be strong. Bear me just a minute. Let me find a, we got a good spot. We're going to find a spot. There's another one in there. Right. So we got another spot. And yeah, we're going to set up. We're going to set up a little camp, because this is what I have to do now. Because I don't want my energy being depleted. Right? Because we need all this energy. We need it. And we need it to teach. And if you ain't got energy, you can't teach. You can't preach this word. So that's what we need. Okay? They also send the women as well, the honey pots and all that. So we have to be focused. We have to be 100% focused on what we're doing, which is teaching. Because if you're not doing that, I don't know what you're doing. Okay? Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. So let's go, Baba Kasha. Got a lot of fans out here. That's a nice spot. I'm looking for a nice spot. Hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute. Nah, there's no part of going down there. I'm not going that way. Because if I go that way, they're going to come out there. Now, this is what happens, bro. When you wake up to the truth, everybody gets alarmed. It's like the Matrix, right? You had them agents. And I want to slow down when I'm talking as well. I feel like when I talk, I rush. I need to slow down. So, let's find a nice spot where there ain't too many people. Right? Get away from the agents and the paparazzi. Right? Not harvesting my energy. Demons need energy to survive, innit? They're like, we want some of that. That's what they're like. Nah, you have to reserve that, man. It doesn't mean you're selfish. You have to do that, because I spend so much time serving people. We need to look after ourselves and our own mental well-being. You can't look after your own mental well-being if you're helping others out all the time. Right? So, let me just find a nice spot. I'm in the woods right now, but so bloody what? It's a nice spot. It's a nice spot. It's a nice spot. Yeah, this is a pretty good spot. Shame this park ain't any bigger. And I'm going to start doing that more now. Probably just once for me. Once, twice a week in streets. Other than that, rest of the lessons are going to be in the woods and the wilderness, man. That's a nice spot. That's what we're going to have to do. Right? Come on. And I love it. Listen, I love the nature. I love it. Spending time out here. It's nice. It's good for the mind. The birds singing, the green. So, without further ado, I got a new tripod, by the way, so I'm quite excited about that. Got my new tripod, and we can get going. So bear me just a minute. And I ain't here to be a bloody energy source where you could just drain off. Go somewhere else for that. Bear me. All right, that's in play. Okay. Woo! Bear me just a minute. So let's go. We're gonna get the scriptures out now. Let's go. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's start. Let's start at this. Let's bring up the good news. I've got some good news for you. I want to start at Isaiah 64. And I want to go to, straight at 64. Oh, that thou wouldest rend the heavens, that thou wouldst comest down. We're waiting for you to rend the heavens, split the heavens. The heavens are referred to like a curtain. So we're waiting for you to split them curtains of the heavens. Right? That the mountains would coming down. Right? The mountains might flow down at thy presence. So we're waiting for the mountains to flow down. Flow down at that. And this was a prophecy. Isaiah was prophesying what the Lord do, what the state of the world would be in when he would come back. Isaiah was prophesying of yahawashi. But the mountains might flow down at thy presence. And when yahawashi comes, guess what? The mountains are going to flow down. Right? And when the melting fire burneth, the fire causeth the waters to boil like a volcano. It causes waters to boil, right? Hot steaming magma. And to make thy name known to thy adversaries, that the nations may tremble at the presence. The nations, they're going to tremble. When Yahawashi comes out, all the nations are going to tremble at the Lord of Lords, Yahawashi, Kings of Kings. Right? And it says, for since the beginning, I love this one. For since the beginning of the world was created, men have not heard, nor perceived by ear, neither eye have seen. Oh God, Yahawashi, beside thee, right? What he had prepared for him that waiteth for him. Eye has not seen it, ear has not heard. Now we know certain things concerning the kingdom, but we have not seen it with our physical eye. The Heavenly Father has. Yahawashi has. Do you know what there's prepared for us, brothers? Do you know what's prepared for us? You know what? You know how I'm walking through this beautiful woods right now? Like, listen, it's gonna be marvelous. It's gonna be marvelous. Every single flower, every single fruit. Oh man, every single color. Bro, words can't describe it. We're gonna read this again. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived by the ear, neither have the eye seen, O God, beside thee, what he hath prepared for them that waited for him. Eye has not seen it. So we could try to even sum it up in our mind, but until that time, don't really know until that time. So we're waiting. There's a kingdom that we speak about. It's gonna be, listen, it's gonna be, oh man. Let's go to John 15. I think it's, 14. This right here, what we're going through right now, it's just it's a lesson. It's a test of, it's a test. You know what I'm saying? This ain't it. This kingdom is a kingdom of darkness. You look at the roads, the pavements, and you smell like, the streets smell like piss. There's chewing gum on the floor, graffiti everywhere, bricks everywhere, bricks, paves, blocks, and all that. That's not a kingdom. That's not a kingdom. It's not a true kingdom. Anything, listen, it's gonna be beautiful. So John 14, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. Let not your mind be troubled. You believe in God, Yahweh, believe in me. Right? And I get fed up of looking at the camera. Sometimes I don't even want to look in the camera because some people might say, but it's respect to look directly in. I hate this whole camera business and the show. This ain't no show. This ain't for show and an act. This ain't an act, by the way. What you see on camera, that's the way we are off camera. We conduct ourselves in the same manner. Okay? You believe in God, believe also in me. So you believe in God, you're going to believe in yahawashi. So you got to believe in him, believe in these words. Get closer to him, pray more. Cast down strongholds, cast down all the witchcraft that's coming against you. Cast down all these monitoring spirits. Cast even the predators. You can even cast that down. You pray against predators. You pray against these people. You pray. That's the problem. You have all this power, but you're not using it. Some brothers act like they don't believe. You pray. You fast. You take it to the spiritual realm. And it says, in my father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I wouldn't have told you. Many mansions. Many. If that wasn't so, I wouldn't have told you. So the Lord, he's not a liar. Mansions is a place of abode. A place to dwell. A place where we can get together. Ain't no two-pack stuff. Oh yeah, some thug mansion. There ain't no two-pack thug mansion stuff. Nah, none of that stuff. Right? Anything that's evil in the kingdom, that's gonna be put out. Listen, right? Oh, it's gonna be. I'm thinking about it right now. Right? It says the children are gonna be playing on an asp's nest. An asp's nest is a snake. Right? They're gonna lead the wolf. I think it was it. They're gonna lead the wolf and the lamb together. Oh, it's gonna be heavy. And it says, if I'm not so, I wouldn't have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you. See, I'm preparing a place for you. So therefore, I'm coming back to you and I'm going to see you again. Promises. Do you believe in this? Are you just reading? Do you believe in this? Yahushua is going to come back and he's got something real splendid for us. Right? It's so splendid. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, you may be also. Whither I go, you know, and the way you know. Mm-mm-mm. So we may be there also. So we want to be where Yahawashi is. Like that song. I want to be where you are. We want to be where Yahawashi is, man. Right? Get fed up of this place. This place weighs your spirit down. Excuse me. This kingdom weighs our spirit down. Weighs us down. This is the kingdom of darkness. Right? That's why we always got to maintain this kingdom's about draining you, depleting you, having you in a negative cycle around narcissists. That's what it's about. Right? Harvesting. Excuse me. All those things. We have a kingdom. Just wait. Wait. In your patience, possess your soul. I want to go to Zechariah. Oh, Yahweh Shai, you've been with me all this time. Thank you. He's been with me for all the struggles, everything. And rebuke them evil words that are sent our way. Rebuke them words. You understand? I'm dealing with one individual right now. I just want to put this up there. I'm dealing with one individual. I don't even know this guy. This guy is obsessed with me, like some predator I'm living amongst. Some predator, man. Some type of serial killer or something. But that's all getting dealt with. Just a lot of things have been going on, brothers. A lot of things. A lot of things. Hmm? See if we can find something in Zechariah. There's a lot of good stuff in Zechariah. A lot of good stuff. Oh no, she's still there again, baby. It's the women again, baby. Yeah, it's them same women, baby. Bro, these people are obsessed with me, man. Damn. So, where was we? Zechariah. Mm. So lucky about this. Haven't been in Zechariah for a long, 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 long time. Zechariah 10 and wrong one. Okay, here it is, here it is. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the king. That's prophecy. They're going to come up from year to year. Everyone that was against Lord, they're going to come up. Every king on earth is going to have to bow down to yahawashi. And it says, and even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Because it's every year. So we're going to be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles, the Passover, in the kingdom as well. Every year. The nations are going to learn our ways. And it shall be, whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even unto them shall be no rain. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that I have no rain, there shall be a plague whereof the Lord Jehovah shall smite the heathen that come not up to keep the feast of the tabernacles. This shall be a punishment of Egypt, the punishment of all nations, that come not up to keep the feast of the tabernacles. And in that day shall there be upon the bells of horses holiness unto the Lord Jehovah. And the pots of the Lord's house shall be like unto the bowls before the altar. You see? Yeah, every pot in Jerusalem and Judah shall be holiness unto the Lord Jehovah of hosts. And they shall sacrifice, shall come and take of them a sieve therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. So all nations are going to come Jerusalem and worship. Let's go to Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14. All right, you know what? We got Isaiah 14. For the Lord, Yahawashi, will have mercy on Jacob. Jacob represents Israel. His name was changed to Israel. And I will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take, and let me slow down, set them in their own land. So we're going to be set in our own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Who's the strangers that shall be joined with them? That word for stranger is ga'ah in the Hebrew. Ga'ah, foreigner, alien. The strangers are our people. So the strangers, our people, would be joined with them. The strangers. Who are the strangers? The strangers are our people. The strangers are Israelite foreigners living in different lands. That word for stranger is ga'ah. Ga'ah in the Hebrew. Right? Just how you had Moses' stepfather. What was his name? Gershom. Gershom from a foreign land. And it says Babakashah. And the people shall take them and bring them to the place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives. So here it is, bring them to the place. So don't get this confused, because it says strangers, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. The only strangers that can cleave would have to be Israelite foreigners, because they're already a part of that. Just like when a baby cleaves to his mother, because it's a part of his mother. So this ain't talking about the other nations. Even though they are gonna cleave to us, but they're still heathens. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. This is speaking about the other nations. Servants and handmaids. During slavery, still happens today. What did he do? Hire our people and Hispanics to become servants and handmaids. Look after the house, sweep up the house. We're going to have servants, we're going to have handmaids, slaves. Nothing's wrong with having slaves, but there's laws to having slaves. There's rules to having slaves. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. So we're going to take them captives. We're not going to be taking our own nation captives. Because a lot of men can't even break this down. I've been in camps of men, they break this down wrong. We're taking the other nation captives. And you know what captives means? To lay hold on. Whose they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to rule over our oppressors. We're going to rule over our oppressors. Eventually. Right? You like the scenery? Check out the scenery. Yeah. You like the scenery? Yeah. Just switching up. And that's another thing I want to mention this as well. Baba Kasha, I would like to mention this. If any of you are teaching, hold on. Any of you are teaching and you're concerned with hold on, let me just make sure this don't fall. Now you see me. Now you don't. Now you see me. Now you don't. No. So, any of you that are teaching, right? And you're in the whole mindset. No, we need a better background. No, the background needs to be, bro, you're not doing this for the right reasons. The Lord doesn't care about the background. He cares about if you're being sincere. Oh, the background. Say, the background. It needs to. The Lord don't care about that. You need to be sincere. It's about the words. It's about the words. Now, we might switch it up sometimes. A lot of you men, you're doing this for vainglory. Yeah, shalom to all Israel. Shalom, all Israel. Shalom. Face all up in the fucking camera. A lot of men don't even know why they're in this. Acting like reprobates, man. Are you in this to bring all of Israel together? See, I'm changing topics now. Because yahawashi, he wasn't bringing all of our nation together. Shalom to all Israel. Yeah, shalom, bro. Shalom. Listen. This is about the elect. Not bringing everyone in. Yeah, come and listen, sister. Come on. Yeah, you so-called blacks. There's too much reprobates teaching this word. So let's go back to Isaiah 14. And it shall come to pass in that day the Lord shall give thee rest from sorrow. Because we're still dealing with sorrow. And from the fear and from the hard bondage wherein I was made to serve. So we're still serving our captivities in hard bondage. Go to verse 4. Excuse me. Right, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor seized the golden city? Seized. The Lord had broken the staff for the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. So he's smoting us right now. And the scriptures do say the devil coming down with great wrath because he knoweth that he has but a short time. And he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, none hindereth. So those that are doing this, they're going to be what? Persecuted, and none's going to stop that. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into the sick. Have you noticed something, brothers? Another thing, when you're out in them cities, nothing but noise. The scripture says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Right? Into singing. Right? So the earth's going to be, it's going to have rest. They're not going to be digging up the land every second. They're not going to be cutting down trees that don't even need to be cut down every second. The land's going to be at rest. And there's something called a land Sabbath. Right? You're supposed to make the land rest for what? I think it's 7 years. 7. They don't do that. They're not doing that. They're not letting the land rest. They're just digging it up, digging it up, digging it up. We're going to practice all these laws. And it says, yeah, the fir trees. rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying. So what? You mean trees can speak? Yeah, trees can actually speak. It says it. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, you're out of the way, no fella has come up against us. What's a fella? What's a fella? A man that cuts down trees. So even the trees are going to start speaking out, rejoicing. Right? Right? Oh, yes, there's some rest now. We don't have these individuals just cutting us down. Because you need trees for oxygen. You had no trees, you wouldn't have no oxygen. And it says, so even the trees are going to speak out. Okay. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also come weak as we? Art thou become like us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, and the worm is spread under thee, and the worm shall cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? So this man is falling from that higher state. How are you falling from that higher state? O Lucifer, son of the morning. How would I cut down to the ground which did weakish the nations? For thou hast said in our heart, I will ascend. Key thing, I will ascend. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the north. So these are the leaders that are ruling right now. Never mind. So these are the leaders right now. They're ruling. And they're sitting in the temple of God. Saying what? We will rule. So the third temple, I believe the third temple is in Jerusalem. Basically, I think it is. They're trying to build the third temple. Okay? That's what they're doing. Building the third temple in Jerusalem. So we got more Baba Kasha. Check this out. And it says Baba Kasha. Where else was I, Baba Kasha? I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So this man wants to be like the Most High. This is why you got cameras everywhere, monitoring devices. He wants to be like the Most High. He wants to know everything. That's pride. How can you be like the Most High? You can't be like the Most High. The scripture says, yeah, we are gods, but you shall die like men. This man wants to be like the Most High. This guy has a God complex. You shall be brought down to hell to the size of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake the kingdoms? So people are going to look at this man narrowly. What, really him? He was the one causing all this. He was the one making his kingdom, shaking the kingdoms up. Putting tariffs, Putting, I forgot what that word is. Restrictions and tariffs on other nations. He was the one doing that. Huh? And it says, Baba Kishar, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness? How did he make the world as a wilderness? Through dropping bombs. Just type in bombs that were dropped. It's like a wilderness. What? This man is a man of destruction. To come up with a device to destroy the world, that's real divisive. That's real divisive, to come up with these devices. And it says, Baba Kishar, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened up the house of the prisoners. It's like the reason why I'm looking this side, because you got people walking on this side of me. Basically, there's a lot of people that, bro, this is crazy, bro. I told you I'm being watched by I'm not going to mention it, by a particular network of people. And it says, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof and opened up the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory. Everyone in his house, but thou art cast out as a grave like an abominable branch. And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, and that go down to the stones of the pit as carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. So if you're a seed of an evildoer, you're never, ever going to be renowned. So we went to that, Baba Kishan. Just going into a bit of prophecy. All right, so the Lord, this is what's going to happen. The Lord's coming back on his return. To deliver his elect, man. And I'm going to go to Revelations 19 and jump straight to 16. And on his vesture, on his thigh, a name written Kings of Kings and Lord of Lords. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power. An angel was standing on the sun, in the sun. So these angels were in the sun, standing in the sun. So they have power over certain elements as well. Them angels are powerful, they're mighty. And he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power. What's that supper? The war. That you may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains, the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses and them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free, bond, both small and great. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on a horse and against his army. It talks about the beasts and the kings of the earth. So who's the beasts and the kings of the earth? Who is that? Right? It's the system. It's the rulers. Right? It's the rulers. And they're making war against the Messiah and his children, those that serve him. And their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on a horse and against his army. So this man has armies as well. He has NATO, he has America, he has armies. He has helicopters. That's Esau, that's Satan's angels, the helicopters, the planes, the jets. That's his angels that are in the heaven. And it says, Baba Kishar, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them, that have received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive into lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And in the remnant was slain by the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and the fowls were filled with their flesh. So guess what? You're going to have a lot of people that receive this mark because they were deceived by the false prophet and the beast. So the churches are also going to be telling you to take it. And it says, cast alive into the fire burning with brimstone. What's that? America. That's going to be that fire burning with brimstone. So a lot of people are going to be getting burnt with brimstone. Like that Terminator scene. Excuse me. And the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. So you see it. So they were slain by the sword that sat upon the horse. Remember, it talked about, was it a black horse? Was it a black horse or white? Black horse that represented death, right? Which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with his flesh. So there you go. And this is how this is going to go down. All right? This is why you have a system that's built on control, complete control. And those that are not bowing down to that, they want you annihilated, exterminated, eliminated. Because it's a system thing. But as for yahawashi, we are more than conquerors, and we will overcome. Okay. So I want to shut off on this, Baba Kishore. 1 John 5:4. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. Who is he that overcometh the world but he that believeth that Yahawashi is the Son of God? Verse 18, we know that whosoever is born of God sinneth not, but he that is begotten of God keep himself, and that wicked one toucheth him not. So if you're in Yahawashi, you've overcome the wicked one, and the wicked one touches you not. Or we could touch your flesh, but your spirit, nah. Your spirit belongs to Yahawashi. We are spiritual beings. Anytime you walk about, what spiritual beings? But just in the flesh. So we got to move in the spirit and not fulfill the lust of the flesh, and move in the spirit and be more than conquerors through him. Right? Because the Lord has made us to be more than conquerors. So I'm going to shut off here. Lord willing, this was edifying. And until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.